folks, we are back. The call-in line is 866-582-9933. That's 866-582-9933. We're going to take your calls all throughout the first 2 hours. And then we have Richard Gage on to discuss the latest developments, including that paper with the unactivated microscopic chips of thermite in the dust. Now, I just covered how fewer than a third of the population would willingly take this thing. And it said 18% said the flu, which emerged in March, is a severe threat. So that's less than 1 in 5. See, that's really less than 20%. They're trying to beef up the numbers. They're saying that 36% said they got a vaccine against seasonal flu this year. Folks, don't take the shot. It seems like we're winning on this issue alone, especially with us exposing yesterday that the CIA let off a bio-attack in Cuba with African swine fever. But no, our government would never, ever, ever do this. And now ABC News is picking up that story that we reported on yesterday. Tamiflu developer, swine flu could have come from bioexperimental lab. Now, he says this is one of the simplest explanations, but they always emphasize there are a lot of others. But again, if it comes out of a lab, it's got to be an accident. So they're pre-programming that if later on you find out, wait a minute, this had to be made in a lab, well, it came out accidentally. The government still loves you. And, you know, speaking of the government loving us, let's talk world government for a moment. 45 authors call for a global referendum on democratic world government. Now, we've always said that they're going to come at us with different forms of world government, but it will turn out the same way. A consolidation of power, less rights for you and I. Okay? It's just the facts. Now, this is all about how world government is great. We have to work towards this. You know, the UN's not enough. We need global democracy, yada, yada, yada. Now, I'm going through the names, and one name I'm going to mention really quickly. Mike Gravel is on here. I think Mike Gravel is actually a well-meaning person. I don't think he sees the bigger picture. He's one of the people who helped release the Pentagon Papers, and on top of that, really challenged the status quo during the Democratic primaries. That being said, another gentleman on here who I have zero respect for, let me say that again, zero respect for, and he's all over the mainstream media. He's big in The Guardian and other publications. His name is George Monbiot. And boy, he's a big lefty guy, and people jumped all over it when he started to quote-unquote challenge 9/11. Oh, finally someone on the left is speaking up what really happened, taking on these nut jobs, these 9/11 conspiracy theorists. Well, lo and behold, Mr. Monbiot is openly pro-New World Order. Jason, what do you mean? We don't understand. Well, he is the author of The Age of Consent, a manifesto for a new world order. Let me repeat that for you. George Monbiot, The Age of Consent, where we all just give up our rights to a world government. Yes! Put shots in me. Rule me. Oh, tell me what to do. I love it. A manifesto for a new world order. Now, I have two other articles here by Mr. Monbiot that I was just describing where he calls out loose change right in the header, you know? This one is from 2007, February 6th. A 9/11 conspiracy virus is sweeping the world, but it has no basis in fact. Loose Change is a sharp, slick film with an authoritative voiceover, but it drowns the truth in an ocean of nonsense. Now, he name calls in this. It's all about, you know. Oh, man. I don't even want to read it. I've read it so many times. I guess I haven't read it on this show. There is a virus sweeping the world and infects opponents of the Bush government, sucks their brains out through their eyes, and turns them into gibbering idiots. You know, see, I get a little emotional. This is the kind of guy that I'd like to roll my sleeve right up and give him a nice fresh one, backhand style, right across his mouth. Watch those little smart guy glasses go flying off, you know, and really let him know you're not going to talk that way about me. Because if he wanted to debate me, come on this show or let me go on a show against him where it was moderated, I'd eat this guy alive. I would be no gibbering idiot. I promise you that. He'd be the one going, Jew, UFOs, Holocaust denier, because that's what they do. That's what Jimmy Meggs did when I destroyed him on national television and radio. Look into it. That's what these conspiracy theorists like to do is they like to take a little pebble of truth and then totally lie about everything and talk about aliens from Area 51. It sickens me. All right. First cultivated in a laboratory in the U.S., the strain reached these shores a few months ago. In the past fortnight, it has become an epidemic. Well, I'm glad that loose change had that kind of an effect. I'm glad it spread overseas. Actually, you know what, guys? Go to Google Video, video.google.com. I'm on the front page today. Fabled Enemies is in the top 10. It was up there earlier. Hopefully it'll still be on the front, but it should be within the next 10. I've got it up on my computer. And they don't like that these videos go viral. Now, remember, Moonbayat's he's a hero of the left. So then the right jumps on this. All those little right-wing attackers are like, look, the left wing doesn't like you guys either. I mean, it is unbelievable. Scarcely a day now passes without somebody possessed by the sickness, eyes rolling, lips flecked with foam, trying to infect me. Oh, look at that. There it is. If you're watching on prisonplanet.tv, there's the Fabled Enemies as I speak up on the front page. Oh. And by the way, Jones was up there with one of his interviews earlier today as well. It seems like he's been put into the backdrop. But anyway, he did this is the follow-up article. 9/11 fantasists pose a mortal danger to popular oppositional campaigns. See, 9/11 truth ends wars. 9/11 truth goes past the left and right. 9/11 truth is bigger than a two-party system. And that's why we were so savagely attacked. I mean, savagely attacked. These are a few of the measured responses to my article a fortnight ago about the film Loose Change, which maintains the United States government destroyed the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, which they did. Having spent years building up my left-wing credibility on behalf of my paymasters in MI5, I've blown it. And then he jokes about it. But, I mean, there's no denying it. 45 authors sign on to this thing. One of them's Moonbayat. And I don't know whether it's a book or an article, but let me read it again. The guy who's pro-New World Order is anti-9/11 truth. The Age of Consent, a manifesto for a new world order. Hey, guess what, George? You just earned a spot in my new movie, Invisible Empire. I promise you that, sir. You're going to get a little hot spot. All right, I promised I'd take your calls. Let's go to Kathy in California. Kathy, you're on the air.
Yes, hello, Jason. I just want to reiterate, this coming Saturday, May 16th, I'm going to be having the World Fest Day. We're going to have a chemtrail booth, along with flyers, stickers, and banners on the chemtrails.
Excellent.
I have buttons as well. And I want to mention that the address, if anybody's in California, LA, in the Encino area, 6350 Woodley Avenue, Encino.
And that is, what is that again? What day?
Oh, Saturday, May 16th. I want to encourage everybody to go out. If they need flyers, they could email me at my email address at Kathy, and Kathy, Ann, Ornstein, ORNS, T as in Thomas, EIN, at gmail.com.
All right, thank you for the call, Kathy. I hope people join you. Let's go to Linda in California. Linda, you're online.
Hey, Jason.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you tonight?
All right.
I sent this to you guys, this article. I wanted to bring this up because I think that I heard you mention it maybe once or twice, but it's not been discussed a lot. I don't know if you've heard of the periodical War is Crime, and the title of the couple of articles here, Digital TV, Mind Control by the Sound of Silence. And the other is The Sound of Silence, the Antithesis of Freedom. And, I've never seen a cable or a phone company or I've had Verizon sending me expensive flyers every week. I've never seen the push more than I've seen this. I've already, got 4 of their services, yet they're at my door on Friday, they're at my door on Saturday. They want me to get these, new lines, really, really bad, right? So,
well, what are you talking about? What lines? I mean, do you not have cable? I mean, what's the deal?
I do have digital, but there's I just don't really understand it all. This technology is about to be used, albeit in a more subtle fashion, against American citizens in a highly classified and covert operation to mind control and manipulate the entire population into compliance with our New World Order.